The other thing I want to emphasize is adult prisons are not safe for teenagers. Adolescents in such institutions, compared to those in juvenile detention, are 5 times as likely to be sexually assaulted, 8 times more likely to commit suicide, twice as likely to be beaten by staff, and 50% more likely to be attacked with a weapon. So for that reason, what the plan has been recognized has to be is to protect, I put protect in quotation marks, but put the teenagers in maximum security. But that's not really a good answer either, because this level of sensory and social deprivation and physical inactivity and isolation is usually reserved for incorrigible and hardened prisons. Such a sentence will have pervasive, damaging effects on kids. And finally, it's also important to recognize that the staff who are effective at working with teenagers are different from the staff that are working at the ACI with the adult inmates. Basically, to be effective with a teenager, you have to first be aware of what teenagers' developmental tasks are, what's important to them, and how to avoid pushing the buttons of teenagers. And basically, you have to like teenagers. So if without that, the staff, without those skills, no matter how hard a staff member tries, they cannot be effective. It's also true that youth are more likely to reoffend when they are tried and incarcerated in the adult criminal justice system. There were 2 studies, very well done studies, published in medical journals, one in New York and New Jersey and the other in Florida, that compared recidivism rates of teenagers with comparable offenses who went through the juvenile system compared to the adult system. And both of these studies found that recidivism rates were much higher and rearrests occurred much more quickly for youth that were handled in the adult system. So it seems to me that from all I read and all I know that there's really no clinical or professional reason to do this, to have made this change. And it was basically done, as we've heard, as a way to save money in a tight budget year. But the problem with that is that, and initially, at least from a fiscal standpoint, it made sense. It cost $39,000 on average per inmate to house an inmate per year at ACI. And the training school cost $98,000. So it looked like big money. But in fact, when you put the kids in maximum security, it costs $104,000. So we're going to be in this silly situation of paying more to house kids in the ACI in maximum security than we would at the training school. Not even saving money, we'll lose money. And we have this brand new training school that is about to go online, and it's the state-of-the-art, ready for all the rehabilitation services, and it'll be underused at as the kids are in the ACI. Please, that just makes no sense at all. So I think the encouraging thing, though, is that I've not heard, read, or talked to anybody who is against, who wants to maintain this situation with the 17-year-olds going to the ACI. So I think our voices are being heard. We have to keep them audible, and I think that's what we're doing tonight.